Hi guys, Paul from Journey Out from Petrolhead. Today we're looking at the 2016 Jaguar F Pace 20D AWD that we've borrowed from Kevin Giles Motors in Kinnegad. Thanks Kevin for the lend of the car. Why don't you give him a ring and see if he still has it? It's a lovely machine. Now, today we're going to look at the interior of this car. The first thing you'll notice is I'm quite a distance off the ground, so there's great ground clearance. It's a nice step up. When you're up here, you have a really nice driving position. You're up high, it's elevated. You can see things quite nicely. You can also, I was wondering about the rear window, you can see things very easily. It's a nice big window. The headrests aren't in the way, and the mirror it's nicely lined up, so you have good rear visibility, which is nice. We do like the steering wheel as well. It's a really nice leather wrapped steering wheel. It's really an upgrade on the XF steering wheel. It's far superior to the one in the XF that we reviewed before. Let's take a quick look through the various different settings in the interior right now. So here we are inside the Jaguar F Pace. So there's the steering wheel, which is quite nice with good controls. You'll also notice Tiptronic shift on this again, very similar to how we've done in the XF, same idea. Mounted on the wheel, and again, here's a clear example if the wheel isn't straight on. The paddles shift, okay, that's just the way it goes. Now, there's the key, very same keys as seen in other Jaguars, the XF and so on. Very simple. However, it doesn't seem to be keyless entry on this one. Maybe it's disabled. I'm unsure about that, but I love this button. That's the magic button for the tailgate. That works really well here. Let's start the car so you can see what the dashboard looks like. And what we do is we get rid of the key. We don't need that. It's a smart key. So push button, start, stop. Let's do that. So I like that idea. The tire pressure monitoring system set to us there, set for light load, so we know that we don't have a huge big weight set for the tire pressure, because what will happen is it'll press the tires down a wee bit and the pressure system might trigger incorrectly. So it's interesting to see that going on. Let's actually start the car. I do like the dashboard. It's nice. The dials are easy to read. Various different modes, eco mode and what have you. It's clear. What I also like, this has the traffic sign recognition system. If you see this 80 km/h sign here, which is handy, right? Look that up on Jaguar.ie. It's really useful little system they have. And then we have a nice big screen here, and this controls all our various settings. You have home, you have sat nav, you have phone, you have music. This is an upgrade on what we've seen in previous models. There's also P for parking mode, is very handy. I do like the screen. The screens are good. You got a lot of information on the dials here. The buttons on the steering wheel, and there's not too many. I mean, that's easy enough for navigation of menus and audio and what have you. There's your speed limiter and your cruise control, which is quite good. They're actually quite easy to use, and a cancel button, which I like. Right, that's very nice. Down here we have the rotary gear selector. This is the new version of the rotary gear selector. It's not the same as what we've seen in the XF previously to this. I think it looks a bit abandoned in the middle, if I'm honest. But it's clear and it's easy to get to and it's easy to see. Here's our various different modes for driving. So we can have sport mode and we can have economy mode and we can do all these various bits and pieces. We just push this and it goes through the various modes for us. So when you push that button there, what happens is it tells you up on the dashboard what's going on in terms of modes. So these are similar modes to what we have in other Jaguars. I do like that one, rain, ice, snow. It's called winter mode in XFs. It's nice, it works very well actually. And we have stop start. And we have traction control. We have our intelligent surface assist to help us on tricky situations. And we have a handbrake, a finger brake if you like. It's quite good. We have a reasonable sized glove box. I don't know if you can see that. And we have the pièce de résistance, which I've been saving to last. A panoramic roof. How about that? I like that. That's a really nice touch for Jaguar. And you can actually close the blind and you can open the blind. You can do those various bits and pieces. That's nice. The panoramic roof, it's nice. It makes it almost like it's a convertible. It's nice in the summer, and when it's raining, you still leave it open. It's fantastic. I mean, it's a solid glass roof. It doesn't actually open in any way. It's just a shade that comes down on top of it, but it's really nice, and it stretches all the way back, as you can see. Fantastic. You'll also see back seats are quite comfortable. Nice leather. Good rear window visibility. Lots of light coming in the quarter lights as well. So there's a lot of room in the back, there's a lot of light in the back. We do like that quite a bit. The seats are very, very supportive also. And you have cup holders and you have your various different storage containers and what have you, all those kind of things. So it's nice in here. It's a really good driving position. Now the other thing I also like, you might be holding on for dear life, for off-road, is these buttons are up high, they're not down here. Down there is a lock. Up here are the windscreen button, the window buttons and the mirror buttons, which is really, really good. That's really clever. There's also a lot of headroom. Now, even with a panoramic sunroof, there is a lot of headroom here. So don't worry about you've lost your headroom because you've got a sunroof. That hasn't actually happened here in this case. Let's jump in the back and see what we think of the back. Okay, so I've jumped in the back of the F Pace, and the first thing I noticed, I've put the passenger seat in the same position as the driver's seat, and I've jumped in behind the passenger seat just for space. There's a lot of room here. It's huge overhead, even with the panoramic roof, and there's a lot of legroom. I like the storage here, I like the storage in the doors, I like this storage in the doors. There's a lot of speakers around the place. It's a lovely black finish, nice leather finish here, and surprisingly, there are 3 power sockets in the back. 2 of them are USB sockets. Now, somebody has really thought about this, because if the children are in the back with their phones, everybody's got a USB charger for their phone. That's perfect. We don't have to go scrabbling for adapters or whatever for the USB cables. We have USB sockets in the back. The first time I've seen them in the back of a car, it's the first time I've seen 3 power sockets in the back of a car. That's brilliant. So whoever thought that one up, fantastic. That's a great idea. Now, we also have good map reading lights or overhead lights for the rear passengers. We have a good central armrest, and we have cup holders in the central armrest. Loads of legroom, as I said, and lots of headroom. And these seats are very, very supportive in the back, actually. There seems to be more bulk to the underneath part of the seat than I've seen in seats before. So this is a nice place to spend time as a rear seat passenger. I wouldn't have any objection to coming around in the back of this. So, with all that said, let's move on to see what the test drive is like. And actually, before we do that, what's caught my attention, we can actually defrost these side windows too, which is very, very interesting. That's a good idea. So when we turn on the rear window heater, we're also defrosting these ones. That's good thinking, Jaguar. There's a lot of good attention to detail in the back of this car. I do like it. Now, let's move on to the test drive. Let's see what the car is like to drive. Thanks again, Kevin, for lending us this F Pace. Go check out kevingiles.motors.ie, see if it's still available, because it's a lovely looking machine so far. And like and subscribe, and we'll bring you more. Thanks, guys.